Hi guys, how we going? I'm gonna carry on doing the Donna Presley video on probably the one after this. Um, People keep sending me this lady. I might have watched her a couple of times before. Tarot card isn't my thing. I'm not against it. I think every person is an individual, should decide for themselves if it's for them. I'm getting quite a lot of people are sending me this lady. I don't know much about her. Let's have a quick look. Nothing against her. I'm sure she's lovely. Um, Let me just have a look what she's called. Celestial Tarot Reading with Miss Sam. Miss Sam, that rings a bell. Okay. I'm sure she comes from a good place. She's probably got a good heart. Now, I've watched a few bits. They're quite long videos, so I can't play them. I might play a few of the beginning parts of a few of her videos that concern Elvis and Lisa and Priscilla Presley. I do get the feeling she just doesn't like Priscilla as well. But now I just want to say as respectfully as I can. How can I say this without winding people up? We do have to be careful. Some of the things that are being said that are not factual, that are very much hearsay, Chinese whispers, obviously, this lady, if you believe, if you're into that, tarot card readings, yeah, this lady, of course, believes everything she says because it comes from something she believes in. Tarot card reading, yeah. But I do, when I listened through these things, for me, very much of it is some research, some hearsay, some Chinese whispers, some of her own views on things, a mixture of, and it's all bunched together. And then she does her videos. She seems to be very popular. She gets a lot of views, and well, clearly has a lot of. Can you hear the rain in the background? My God, the rain's going mad. Right. So let me just. The reason I'm doing this quick video is because I've had loads of you asking me to play this lady's videos, and so let's just have a quick look at it. It's not really something I want to get involved with. This is probably a one-off, but because quite a few of you are asking me to, I can't just ignore it. So what's it called? It's called Celestial Tarot Reading with Miss Sam. And she seems really nice. Let's have a look. My God, that rain! It's like a storm. Oh, can you see it behind me, guys? Unbelievable. Let's just see if you can see it. Crazy. Unbelievable. Look at it. Can you see that? I don't think you can. What is that? Let me just open the door for you. That's a flood, that is. Oh my God! Look at that! What is going on? Oh my God! That's crazy. That's just happened now. It's still happening as we talk. Whoa! If you're in England, you're going to get wet. So let me just look at this lady's videos. There's quite a few being sent to me. Maybe we could play a few of the short. Does she do shorts? Now let's just have a quick look. She's got Evil Mother switched off life support. We can play a little bit of that. What is the other? Priscilla Presley. I can't read that. Unilid. Daughter Lisa Marie Presley. Unsurprising. New claim, right? I mean, come on. We do know that the Priscilla Presley videos always get a lot of views. Come on, we do know that. Then we've got Priscilla Presley was jealous of Lisa Marie. Priscilla the snitch. Is there any more? Did ex Elvis wife Priscilla cooperate with CIA, FBI to delete Elvis? Let's keep going, guys. It's interesting, all the different topics. From here to the great unknown, Elvis's autobiography. Was Priscilla excluded on book cover? I've always thought she was. Some people say, oh, no, the reason she's not on there is because Priscilla wanted 80 grand or something. I don't believe that for a second. I think she was removed on purpose by Riley. I really believe that. And if you understand the book, obviously, if you've read it, it's free on audio, actually, on YouTube, guys. If you don't want to buy it because you just would rather listen to audio, it's free on YouTube. Free, completely free. I sometimes put it on in the background and just listen to it. So then we've got, don't testify at Masterson's trial. I don't know what that means. Let's have a look. Priscilla Presley persuaded by Scientology. Oh, no, I do know about this. We've covered this before. To stop Lisa Marie from testifying. I've heard all about that, yeah. And then this is 7 months ago. Priscilla Presley tells us what we already know, drama. Let's keep going, guys. Elvis's wife, Priscilla, Lisa, and me book. More Presley money. More Presley money grabbing, scheming. You know I've got strong views, guys. Where is it? Where's my... I would always say it. Priscilla realised she could rewrite history, reinvent the truth, and everyone fell for it. Everyone was conned and tricked and brainwashed into this. The whole world fell for this, not just the people, the gullible public around the world, the news companies, the interviewers, yeah? Very important people have always treated this book as if it was, every word of it was true, and nobody challenged Priscilla. Nobody. Elvis definitely couldn't. He had passed. She wrote it in 1985. She does quite a few big interviews to support the book leading up to the release of the book and after, which we are going to try and review some today if I can find time. I've had so much, you know, at the moment we are getting this massive wave of interest on our channel. So I am constantly dealing with things like phone calls, messages, texts, WhatsApp, comments. It's like I'm having a barrage of things at the moment. And I actually think it's all since the Bridget Cruz announcement of the unplugging of Lisa's machine, the DNR, and Joel Weishanker making this announcement about the Smiths. Suddenly, the world is questioning everything. And so all of a sudden, my channel seems to be getting some credibility because people are starting to go, oh, maybe Louis has a point. Maybe Elvis and Lisa do need defending. So there's been a change. I just put some hot water in my coffee. There's definitely been a change in my channel. Yeah. Can I have a sit down? So I've just done a bit of weightlifting. I was going to go for a run, but you ain't running in that. No chance. My wife is on her second day of her new course. At the end of her course, she'll be a fully qualified sports teacher. Look, you can hear thunder. It's actually thunder. Does that mean we're going to get a flash in a minute? I don't know if you can hear it. So my wife will be, in 10 months from now, will be a full-time sports teacher in a school or a college or a university. She's pretty amazing, my wife. When it comes to sport, she is gifted in every way you can imagine. The kids are back at school. It's their second day back. Very exciting for them. New uniforms, new shoes. Friends, come on, you know what it's like when you go back to school, everyone looks older, don't they? I keep saying to my kids, going back to school is magical. I loved going back to school when I was a kid. We'd have our summers off. We'd all go back. Everyone looked different. Yeah. Everyone looked a little bit older. Everyone was in smart shoes. I always remember the smell of brand new shoes, brand new school shoes. There is nothing better than the smell of brand new school shoes when you are 10 years old. Anyway, let's keep going. So let's have a look. So obviously the lady, Miss Sam, does other topics. Of course she does. Lisa Marie Presley funeral drama. Lisa Marie Presley had a pacemaker. Yeah, a big story, guys. But when we're discussing the pacemaker type stuff, the do not resuscitate stuff, I do like to be as factual as possible. Now, I've had researchers send me a breakdown of every second of what happened with Lisa Marie, with heart attacks, all that kind of stuff. And so a lot of the information that is out on YouTube or Facebook is very much people guessing, speculation, people reading things, reading it wrong. So, you know me, guys, I like to be as factual as possible, as near to the truth as possible. I don't like hearsay. Now, we can have discussions, of course, agree to disagree. People are entitled to their opinions, but if we're going to say something as fact, it must be fact, not people's opinions. Yeah. So, of course, tarot card reading, as much as I find it very interesting, fascinating, we can't call it fact. We can't call it fact. Yeah. So, anything else with Lisa Marie? I think that's it. So let's just see. Does she do shorts? Is that posts? No, posts. Have a look. So guys, check her out. It's a very interesting channel. Quite, pretty serious topics. But I don't think there are shorts on there. Podcasts. What is that? Let me just see if they're nice and short. No, they're all quite long. So videos. No. Should we click on popular? Let's see if Lisa Marie's in the popular category, and Priscilla Presley. No, she's dealing with a lot of well-known topics. Oh, there we are. Lisa Marie Presley funeral drama. What happened to Lisa Marie Presley? There's a deep reading. Fascinating. I can see how this is interesting to watch, definitely. But this is not facts, guys. This is someone doing readings and sharing their views from their readings. I'm pretty sure this Miss Sam does quite a lot of research, because I can tell when I'm listening to her, she does know what she's talking about. She probably does more reading than I do. Yeah. So let's look at the videos that are being sent to me. Let's try and go by the most recent. I've had 2 in particular that have been sent to me. Let's have a look. The strange thing is, the ones that have been sent to me are shorts. Let me see if I can find the ones that are being sent to me. Let me just see if it comes up on my Facebook, because I'm sure these aren't shorts, these are wides. I can't see shorts. Am I doing something wrong? Right, let me just actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll click on one and see if it comes up as a short. See how it comes up. I'll just play like a minute of it.
Hi,
from the
how
beginning,
are you?
Okay?
So one of the family members have said that Lisa...
All right, no, it does come up as a short. Yeah, so it comes up like this. Now, I'm only going to play a minute. I don't have time to. This is 30 minutes, just this one video. So this is just a general sort of look at a channel that keeps getting recommended to me, Miss Sam.
Lisa Marie, when she suffered a cardiac arrest and was taken to hospital, a pacemaker was fitted. And we know that pacemakers are not fitted on people who are out of here, if there's no hope for them, etc., etc.
So what I'm going to do, I am going to play one of our researchers' comments to compare. Okay. So actually, it's on my Facebook. I wonder if I can find it. So there's obviously Miss Sam does readings, and she researches. It's obvious she does research. So then she will interpret it from her point of view. She seems lovely. Yeah. Now I will say this: we have to be careful what we're listening to, because just because she says it doesn't make it fact. She's obviously not medically trained. She wasn't there. She probably hasn't looked at the documents concerning that fateful day. So I know that you people that absolutely hate Priscilla, that are intent on searching out anything hateful concerning Priscilla, will watch things like this and go, yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. Because you hate her. I don't hate her. I'm just very upset with her. I don't do my YouTube channels based on hate. I try and get as near to the truth as possible. Okay. So what you're now going to listen to, it is not fact. It is Miss Sam's, her version from her readings, from her research, her point of view, and how she wants to put it across on her show. Okay, guys? So remember, I am doing this because Team Elvis fans have asked me to review some of Miss Sam's stuff. Okay? Nothing against her. I think she seems lovely.
Pacemaker was fitted. Her mother arrived at the hospital and told them to discontinue Lisa's life, to take her off of life support.
But this is alleged, mind. I think there's a possibility that something like this has been mentioned in the 28 pages of Priscilla's new book. We could read out that page if I can find it. But I've got so much to go through, guys. Let's just go with it, yeah?
I'm not sure if life support, if she could be connected to life support while the pacemaker was in, etc., etc. I don't know the logistics of it, but a pacemaker was fitted, allegedly, and Priscilla Presley still asks them to pull the plug on Lisa's life.
So I know everyone uses the words "pull the plug." It's from the press's tabloid point of view, sensationalism. They call it pulling the plug, but it wasn't a plug pulled. It was a do not resuscitate. Yeah. So let's keep going.
So what we have here is a woman who's made a willful decision.
Alleged, we must say alleged.
To stop the life of the heir to a multi-million-dollar, potentially billion-dollar fortune. And I want to tell you.
Okay, let me just see if I'm just going to see if I can read out what it says here. Right, now remember, this doesn't make it correct. I'm just reading this out. Lisa Marie's heart stopped a second time after she was hospitalized, but due to her hopeless condition, her family had already ordered doctors not to resuscitate her. Now, it's likely that Priscilla had done this, but we don't know 100%. It does seem that Riley hadn't been able to get there on time, allegedly. I don't know for definite. I wasn't there. Lisa Marie had been pronounced brain dead after she was admitted to the hospital on Thursday. As we first reported, doctors put her in an induced coma as she was on life support. Now, even that, I've heard that, I don't know, I wasn't there, that there was still brain activity. Alleged. Everything is alleged. So let me just read something else. Says that she was pronounced dead shortly after she was brought in. Doctors put her in an induced coma on life support with a temporary pacemaker. So obviously there's a reason that they put a pacemaker in. Miss Sams has her opinion on that. Presley family signed a do not resuscitate after the brain dead prognosis in the event she flatlined again, which happened soon after she suffered a second cardiac arrest and was pronounced dead at the age of 54. It is not clear how long Miss Lisa had been without oxygen before the housekeeper found her unresponsive in her bedroom that morning. Her ex-husband, Danny Keel, performed CPR until EMTs arrived. Okay, is that it? Let's have a look. Is there another one? Right, okay. There was, from what I know, guys, there was quite a few people there. Yeah. If I can find the list, I'll list all the different people that were there. Just quickly, everyone's talking about the epic, quick little short that Baz Luhrmann's released. I've posted it on Facebook. We're going to discuss it at some point, guys. If I get time, it's like at the moment it's crazy. I get no time anymore. Right, I just wanted to see if it comes up that I actually have got the breakdown of what happened. What is this? With Lisa Marie. But I've also got a recording of a researcher who's a little bit stressed because she wants the truth out. She doesn't want the truth complicated. She's there's a lot of misinformation out there, a lot of stuff that is confusing people that just isn't true. Our researcher just wants people to know that what did happen. Yeah. So she's been messaging me. I'm trying to find the written version. If I can't find that, I'm going to try and play you. Right. So there's another thing here. So let me just see if I can click on that. I'm going to try and transfer. So we've had Sulla, who is one of us. Yeah, she's one of Team Elves. She sent me a video. Let me just pause it. Sulla, let me share it. Copy. I'll share it to the Facebook. She has sent me quite a detailed breakdown of what happened on that day as well. Sulla, hi, by the way. She's Team Elvis. She's quite accurate, but I have asked our researcher to look at it. She's pretty good, but still not 100%. So Sulla, check her out. She does have a YouTube channel. She's lovely. She does some great work. Let me just get the actual name of her channel. 1 second, guys. There we go. Let's have a look. Not that one. Shh. Right. Let me click on it again. So the name of her channel is Elvis Presley Soulmate. Is that it? Elvis Presley, my soulmate. Okay. The girl who loves the king, but her actual name is Elvis Presley, my soulmate. She's got quite a good video. She calls it Elvis. No, she calls it shocking bombshell regarding Priscilla Presley. I can't answer that phone. So let's share this. Share. Right, let me just share it to my personal stuff so I can look at it later. I have watched a bit of it. Where are we? As you can see, I'm very organized. I just want to make sure it's shared to my stuff so I can look at it later. Okay. So Sulla, thank you for that. Quite interesting. Now let me see if I can get Amy's version of our researcher's version of what happened with the DNR. I'm going to just quickly... I want to make sure I get the right one because she sent me a couple. I might have to go back and find this, but I do think when we're discussing such serious things like life or death, that's the wrong one. Is it? All right. Life or death stuff. I do think we need to get it right. Yeah. I agree with Amy. Speculation, hearsay, it's not good enough. It's too serious. So she did give me an excellent breakdown. Is this it? This could be it.
Okay, so this has been brought to my attention by a few people, and I think I sent you a message a couple days ago addressing it, but for a different reason. Try to lay back on mentioning me, especially first and last name.
Yes, it might not be that one. So look. So, hang on a minute. Ooh, yeah, waka booga baga ba. Are we gonna find it or not? Can't find it. This could be it.
I know this person isn't working off the autopsy because she said
this is it. This is it. Okay. I want to just put some more hot water in my copy. So she gives us she gives us a better breakdown of what actually happened. Yeah, we're trying to get as close to the truth as we can. So, oh God, that rain is unbelievable, unbelievable. We really are having the worst weather you could ever have. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Okay. Just warming up the coffee, guys. Seeing as this does seem like it's going to be a long video. Oh my God! Right, let me just let's see what you guys can see. Make sure you can see what I can see. Yes, you can. Obviously, I'm recording this. And I'm going to upload this, and we're going to watch it live together. Okay. So let's listen to Amy's recording. She's a little bit, she's a little bit stressed because she's fed up of people getting things wrong. Yeah, we're trying to get this as truthful as possible. So she gives us a breakdown of exactly what she thinks happened, second by second, minute by minute on that day. Let's have a little listen, okay?
The second heart attack, they let her go. That's not true. The whole time
And then we rewind it all the way.
at home. EMTs show up. They give her a dose of epinephrine, which brings her heart back. They get a rhythm on her. They take her to the hospital. She has 2 more heart attacks. 2 more. Not one. And then they put a pacemaker in. 2 more heart attacks.
So I think that answers Miss Sam's thing about why they used the pacemaker, yeah?
Whoever this person is, this is not correct. And you can play this second one I'm saying on your show because it's
So she gave me permission to play this.
This is ridiculous. So she had found non-responsive, brought back on the field, which means medically at home with epinephrine. They get her to the hospital. She goes into VFib 2 more times.
So remember, this researcher is medically trained, okay?
2 more. They have no discussions of brain death at this time because they put a pacemaker in her. At that time, they take her down to CT scan her because she's stable. They find that she has distended bowel, rigid bowel, blocked up bowel, and evidence of anoxic brain injury. Evidence of. No definitive 3-step brain death test was performed. They bring this information to Priscilla. So at that point, she had 2 choices. Get a second opinion, because most people would do that, or sign the DNR. She signed the DNR. So for 4 hours, Lisa didn't just slip away. For 4 hours, she stayed alive.
So guys, this is crucial, yeah? Because I keep getting messages from people, oh, she was brain dead, blah, blah, blah. Maybe not. Maybe not. She was still alive. Mate, I'm no doctor. I'm not medically trained, but brain activity, heart was still beating. Yeah. Pacemaker fitted. Yeah. So we need to try and get as factual as possible. And our researcher does that here.
So all the while, her bowel was leaking sepsis into her body. Now, we could have taken her up to have an exploratory laparotomy, which means we bring them up to the OR, open them up, resect the bowel, get the poison out of their system, and see if some of these things will start to heal themselves in reverse, right? But she wasn't even allowed that.
So this is the grey area. Obviously, they say, I'm not a doctor, guys, but there was some kind of toxic problem to do with the bowel that may have caused her to die. Yeah, I don't know if that's true. Allegedly, but this is the grey area. This is what people are trying to say. There was a possibility here. She could have been saved, allegedly. Yeah. This is the concern, isn't it? This is the stuff that Bridget Cruz is talking about with the lawsuit, the 50 million lawsuit. Bridget Cruz, the auctioneer that was friends with Priscilla, has fallen out with Priscilla, and they're now suing each other. She's told the world, Bridget Cruz has told the world, that there's been some serious wrongdoing concerning Lisa Marie, concerning Priscilla Presley and her own daughter, for power, to be the queen of Gracelands, for money. Yeah. So the big question, I think, is what went on here? You know, why did Priscilla decide to go ahead with the DNR, the do not resuscitate? Yeah. The other question is, why didn't they wait for Riley? Now, we don't know the exact steps that are going on with Riley. We've got a good idea. You know, there is a breakdown of exactly what Riley was doing when she was in the aeroplane. She was messaging, she was texting, stuff like that, WhatsApping or whatever it's called. I don't even know what form of texting she was using. But this is what has worried the world. The world are worried about Priscilla. They're like, what happened? What happened? Yeah. Did she commit a crime? Did Priscilla Presley commit a crime? So everyone's trying to work out. Now, there is a load of people saying, look, she was brain dead. Priscilla did nothing wrong. She's brain dead. There was no point in keeping her alive. That's why the machine was unplugged, even though it wasn't an unplugging of a machine. It was a do not resuscitate. We also now know, we've got evidence that shows that Lisa Marie, you know, years ago, did want to be resuscitated in the event of something like this happening. She wanted it. Yeah. So whoever made the decision to not resuscitate her, likely to be Priscilla, not definitely. That's the grey area. That's the shocking bit, that the whole world is holding their breath to find out what happened. Yeah. So let's just play the last few seconds. Part of the reason I'm playing it is to say, I need to sort of respectfully say, when you're watching other channels, other YouTube channels, like Miss Sam's, you know, she's a tarot card reader, and more, you know, I don't know much about her. It is their speculation. It is, you know, her reading, it is her research, her views. They're not medically trained. She's just expressing her views. She's having a discussion on her channel. It is not fact. It is not fact. Okay. So now when we talked about, like, this reacher is medically trained and does, this researcher, and does proper research. Yeah. So you get the idea. You know what I'm saying, guys, right? As near to the truth as possible is that when I discuss other channels, whether it be family members or bodyguards or Priscilla, I try to be as close to factual as possible. If I'm not, I would always say it's just an opinion. I try not to do the Chinese whispers, repeating rumors, hearsay, all that. I try not to do that. I try to go, right, this was said, that was said. Look, it was said in this book, in that book. It was on that interview. It was on that news clip. That, get it? Because you hate her, some of you do, even though some of you don't want to admit it, doesn't make it okay to massively support all these people that hate people. You will always find YouTube channels that absolutely hate people, and you can join in with them and join in the hate. That's not what I do. I'm not a hate channel. I don't want people to join in with me for hate purposes. We are not a hate channel. We are an Elvis defending channel that tries to bring out the truth, and we defend with truth in as kind a way as possible, in as respectful way as possible. Okay, guys, there's no claws coming out. We're not evil people. We're just trying to defend Elvis and Lisa and the bloodline as best we can in a way that Elvis would be okay with it. I always look to Elvis to be okay with what I'm doing. Okay, let's just play the last few seconds.
So that's how that went. She wasn't, the DNR was not signed after the second heart attack. It was more than the second. So I don't know what this person's talking about, soul, whoever, but you are wrong.
Okay, okay, that's fine. Thank you for our researcher. Right, now let's go back to the video we were reviewing. Remember, we're reviewing, the reason we're reviewing this is because many of you have asked me to, yeah? I definitely don't agree with a lot of the stuff here, because to me, it's hearsay. To me, it's a reading, it's her research from a non-medically trained person, just giving her opinions on her channel. I'm sure her channel's great, yeah? But let's keep going.
Why I say $1 billion. Years ago when I did a reading, there was the energy of an Arab or some kind of UAE buyer who Priscilla was in negotiations with. Come to find out from my research, the guy who died 4 months after she waltzed with him at the Viennese ball,
Yeah, I know this guy, the billionaire. This is on YouTube if you want to find it.
Richard Lugar, after she had the waltz with him, I think it was February, he was out of here in August. Well, he had interests in a Middle Eastern entertainment company, a UAE entertainment company. And I would argue, family, that Priscilla and this guy were in cahoots to
Could have been, guys.
buy Graceland.
So it's funny that this gets brought up because I've had quite a serious chat with someone, I won't name the person, that does sort of agree with what she said, that there was a definite plan to try and take back Elvis Presley Enterprises. Yeah? She obviously, Graceland belongs to Riley now, but then it would have, Priscilla would have been like the co-trustee. Yeah. So, yeah, there is something to what she's saying.
Stock and barrel for Graceland to be purchased 100%, and then the realms, or the, what do you call it, the reins, or realms, the reins, handed over to Priscilla. I believe that was the plan, because
Bloody hell, mate. And it's funny because the conversations I've been having do go along with that. Priscilla wanted to get it all back. All of it. Lock, stock and barrel. Obviously, we're just talking here. Just a chat. This is just allegations, not facts. This is an opinion sharing discussion program that we're running here on YouTube. So, okay, really interesting. I can't play all of that. It's 30 minutes long. I don't have time. Let's play another one, yeah? Fascinating. So what's the next one? Okay.
because it kept on coming up, reading after.
Is this... So we were discussing the DNR, the unplugging of the machine. Is this the same video? Let's have a look. I think this might be the same video. Let me just check a minute.
Reading family, that this lady wanted to outright own Graceland, which is why, you know, the if you saw the video I did yesterday, and you've seen the videos that I've done before in regards to when Graceland was put on the market, literally it was almost up for auction.
It's funny because people keep bringing that up to me. Many people think Priscilla was behind it all. Seriously, you know, like when it's, you know, this is quite recent, isn't it? Fascinating. Was she? What do you think, guys? Was Priscilla put up to the Graceland scammer? So what else is here? I want to go by the more recent stuff. I'm only going to play a couple of minutes. I'm more just responding to people's request to talk about this. Yeah, you guys, Team Elvis, want me to bring this up. I do think you are going to have to take your own time if you're interested in tarot card reading, Miss Sam, you have to take the time to do it. The videos are too long for me to review. Let's listen to this one.
Okay family, hi, how are you? So I'm going to do this video on Elvis, but I want to take this from a different angle. Okay, now we know that during the 60s and 70s there was a lot of Hollywood stars who were subject to CIA investigations and files or scrutiny, because they were seen to be threats to the security of the United States. They were either in support or fraternizing with counter intelligence agencies and this type of thing. Okay, and the reason why
I can tell this is a smart lady.
I want to do a video on this is because I've been doing a couple of readings and videos lately. I did 2 on Priscilla and her involvement with Scientology, her involvement with Lisa, her feelings towards Lisa, her involvement and ownership of Graceland, her percentage, etc., how she has been treating others, and different influences that she's had around her along the decades. Okay, and I find it interesting that Priscilla has really been through a lot of phases in history where she hasn't been targeted like Elvis in terms of, you know, subject to intelligence scrutiny and this type of thing. But yet she's always been in close proximity to people who have or haven't cooperated with different entities. So, for example, Scientology and her daughter and her son's proximity to different cult groups and so on. Also, her interaction with different European nobility and businessmen and this type of thing. Okay, so I thought I
Well said. Well said.
would take it back, and this is basically stemming from somebody talking about them questioning how Elvis died. Okay, bearing in mind that Lisa Marie Presley, the plug was pulled on her life support was pulled by Priscilla against Lisa Marie Presley's wishes, and also based upon the fact that Priscilla was not her next of kin. So I want to have a look at these CIA, what it says on Wiki, okay? And I want to pull some cards to see if indeed Priscilla was an agent or double agent or working in some way against Elvis, okay?
It's pretty big deal. Yeah. The thing is, the problem is with Priscilla is that at the moment nothing would surprise me. Nothing would surprise me. Do you, any of you guys think Priscilla was a double agent for the CIA against Elvis? Put it in the comments, guys. Put it in the comments. Another very interesting, fascinating video by Miss Sams. Yeah. Let's have a look at a couple more. Well, I'm only playing the first minute. You guys go and subscribe to her, watch it. You don't have to. If it's not your thing, don't. If tarot card reading is not your thing, don't. Yeah? You make your own informed decision.
Let's have a look at...
So, I'm not into tarot card reading, but I'm not against it. Okay? Let's just press play.
Let's do some readings. I've got the archetype deck here. Okay? Pull some more cards. This thing here and this Prince card here in reverse. Some very, very devilish, nasty person who tried to manipulate things, who tried to manipulate Lisa for her mother's benefit. Like her mother, Priscilla, said, oh, could you call Lisa, please, and just talk to her about this thing. Just let her understand, make her understand so and so. Lisa Marie died with a document in her hand. And I don't know if this was the amendment or whatever, but it was some kind of document that was trying to be prized out of her hand. And this is when Lisa went into cardiac arrest.
Oh, let me play that again. I've never heard this. Hang on, 1 second.
Man was there in her house. And then he died afterwards. He died like a month later or 3 weeks later. And Priscilla went over to Vienna to some ball with him. Remember? And then we have Gambler here. When I did the readings about how Lisa Marie died, there was a woman and a man in her house at the time she died. Remember, Danny had taken the children to school, taken the twins to school, and Lisa was in the house. There was domestic help there, but there was also a woman who was arguing with Lisa. I said that was Priscilla.
I believe that. Obviously alleged, but we've all heard that they were arguing, threats of lawsuit. Lisa was extremely angry about the Priscilla film with Sofia Coppola. Yeah, extremely upset about it. Even Bridget Cruz, the auctioneer, has said there was a strong possibility that Lisa was about to sue Priscilla.
Priscilla had a man with her.
Could it have been Barry Siegel? Because he is in the middle of all this mess, I think.
Lisa knew the man, but she didn't know that the man was there. He was behind a door in her house.
Wow. Oh, Is she talking about Barry Siegel?
And Lisa would have got mad if she knew that man was there in her house. Also, what I'm picking up with this
Interesting.
Prince card.
Now remember, Barry Siegel ripped off Lisa, and Lisa sued Barry Siegel. He was like that with Priscilla. Everything I'm saying is alleged for entertainment purposes, not fact, just a discussion, opinion sharing YouTube channel. But guys, bloody hell.
I don't know if this is the man who's now dead from Vienna. The businessman, the count, or whatever he was, right? But I'm picking up that a telephone call was either made from him to Lisa or from somebody else, this prince in reverse. Okay? This prince in reverse is coming like some very, very devilish, nasty person who tried to manipulate things, who tried to manipulate Lisa for her mother's benefit. Like her mother, Priscilla, said, oh, could you call Lisa, please, and just talk to her about this thing. Just let her understand, make her understand so and so. Lisa Marie died with a document in her hand. And I don't know if this was the amendment or whatever, but it was some kind of document that was trying to be prized out of her hand. And this is when Lisa went into cardiac arrest. I did the reading on this.
Shit. Listen, I mean, this is pretty extreme stuff, guys. I'm confused. Is Miss Sam's trying to say that they were arguing? Priscilla was arguing with Lisa, and then went into then had a heart attack. I'm not sure, guys.
Many readings on this family. And then we have Gambler, which is the financial energy here, which is next to it. It is financial energy because the card is green, okay? And that is the portal that's opened up to me. It's not gambling with like emotions or anything like that, or a relationship with somebody, etc., etc. What this is gambling financial. And then we have Prince in the reverse here. So either Priscilla took some money as a loan or had a debt towards this prince or whatever, and she went out there to Vienna to work it off or something, I don't know. Or she took money from him just before he died. And of course he's dead now, so she don't have to pay it back. But then we have this gamble energy here. I don't know if Priscilla went to Lisa Marie's house the day that Lisa Marie died to persuade her to do something. And it was a gamble. She didn't know whether it would work or not. And she brought somebody else there to the house to persuade Lisa. There's always this thing of Priscilla not being able to face Lisa by herself.
Whoa! I'll tell you what. I don't know what to say, guys. This is pretty nuts, isn't it? I mean, not against very extreme things, even suggesting that Priscilla was at the house at the time she had a heart attack, and these money things. Serious money things, money arguments that may have gone on behind the scenes leading up to her death. It's very extreme. Wow. I don't know what to say, guys. Watch it for yourselves, innit? I'm blown away by that. So let's just do one more, then we're going to end this show. But guys, it's up to you. Do what you want to do. Do you want to subscribe? Is it your kind of thing? Are you into that? I can tell she's very smart. I can tell she's very smart. Quite likable. She says some pretty extreme stuff though, doesn't she? Let's just listen to a bit of this, then we're going to end this show. I still need to finish off and do the Donna Presley second part as well. And I want to review some Priscilla Presley 1980s footage as well. So I'm busy.
Family, how are you? So here we are again. Here we are again in regards to Priscilla Presley. Now, boy, how many videos have I done on that lady over the years? And I told you she was the one that deleted her own daughter. I even hate to say it. I told you. I mean, if you've been watching my videos, if you watched all of the videos that I did on Lisa Marie Presley, Priscilla Presley, you will know that I have said this and said this and said this. Why were we getting reports that Lisa Marie Presley was alive and on life support at the hospital, or she had been stabilized, etc., etc.? And it was her mother who lied. She went on Piers Morgan.
So I'm just gulping down coffee. She warned us. Do you know it's funny? Because I've had warnings from other people and from researchers that Priscilla was capable of some very extreme wrongdoing. Yeah. A lot of people, and now some people are now saying to me, I told you so. I told you so, based on the what Bridget Cruz is saying in her 50 million lawsuit. So all of this is very scary, isn't it? It's like out of a movie. It's like an episode of Dallas. It's like, what the hell? Money, power, fame, crazy, all of it. Let's keep playing.
And lied and said that by the time I got to the hospital, Lisa was gone. She was gone. That old bitch was lying, and I told you that years and years ago.
She doesn't mince her words.
I went to the pyramids in Egypt and I stood under the bloody pyramids. I did prayers for Lisa Marie Presley and her son, Benjamin. And I said to you, Priscilla Presley killed her own daughter. She went on Piers Morgan's show and said when she got to the hospital, Lisa was gone. But that is not what the press report said. That is not what was said. I was questioning, how come it took so long for Lisa Marie Presley's autopsy to come out? I did the reading. The autopsy was bought and paid for, darlings. And that's why it took so long. I told you, Priscilla Presley wanted Lisa Marie Presley out of the way. I've done so many readings on this. I've done readings till I'm tired. I also did readings on Bridget Krause. Bridget, you have this. What a more in this is. Bridget, I know you are telling the 100% truth because I already said it. So Bridget Krause, etc., y'all have my support. I know what Priscilla Presley is like. I took the whoopings on YouTube over the years when Priscilla's ganged up on me. I told you, Priscilla Presley fans, yeah.
I know. I know how you feel. I know how you feel. Don't worry. I get the Priscilla fans attacking me regularly, every day, in fact, on my YouTube and on my Instagram and on my TikTok and on my Facebook. I know how obsessed they are with her. I know how the Priscilla fans are completely brainwashed and completely believe the fake fairy tale. You're not going to change their mind, even if you tell the truth. Now, with Bridget Cruz, obviously, you guys know that I talked to Bridget Cruz in detail, in length. And I will say this, guys. Bridget Cruz has promised me, personally, that she can prove everything that's in her lawsuit. Everything, even the very extreme things that have been alleged. She has evidence to prove it. And she also can prove a lot more. There's much more to it. So, I'll tell you what, I'm not into tarot card reading, but this woman is smart. She has done a lot of research. Do not underestimate this woman. I'm going to watch more of this lady, so I'm pretty fascinated with what she's saying. She understands Bridget Cruz. She understands how obsessive and wrong the Priscilla fans can be. I'm pretty impressed, guys. Pretty impressed.
Hardcore. Hard fucking core.
No swearing on my channel. Okay, guys, I think we've seen enough, but I tell you what, I got a feeling that a lot of you are going to jump over and start watching some of this lady's videos. She warned us. She warned us a long time ago. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to go. I want to come back and do it live. Wow. Wow, I'm blown away. Blown away. Okay, guys, put it in the comments what you think about all this. Obviously, this is pretty extreme stuff, you know, celestial tarot reading with Miss Sam, you know, it's out there, isn't it? Just put it in the comments. What do you think? Is there any truth to what this lovely lady, Miss Sam, is saying? You know, I'm a bit shell-shocked. See you soon, guys. Defending Elvis, signing out.